Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video will be about my plans for game development plans for April. So first of all, I want to thank all the subscribers and the people that liked my last video. You can find that here if you're interested. And if you want to follow me when it comes to the game development of The Shadow, then please like, share and subscribe. It really helps me a lot. So in April, I will focus mainly on creating the assets for the storage levels. The storage level are basically a type of level like the laboratory levels and the industrial levels you have already seen. They are levels that are not necessarily part of the main storyline. They are there so that you can get more information by hacking into computers or get more supplies, which will be important for the player progress as well. I will get back to that in the second part of this video. So what I'm focusing right now is creating the 3D models that I need for that level design, and I will do the texturing once I'm done with the largest part of the level assets needed. The laboratory levels are almost done, and some of the less necessary or more special elements I will build, like this transport system I will build when I need them. So right now the storage level design is has just started. Over the past week I created a couple of assets that I can show you, like the transport system you saw earlier. These are parts that will build the level frame, and these will be elements where you can see how the stuff is stored, and I made them modular so that I can extend them to give you the impression of a really huge facility. There are new platforms, of course, so that you have a slightly different style, and there will be, of course, the droid platforms that you already know, because a lot of these facilities are run by droids that transport certain supply boxes and crates and stuff like that around the levels. Because what the government system is doing here with the help of the robots is they store everything that the population needs in terms of food and other supplies and distribute them from here for free, so that the plan works that the population doesn't leave their rooms, just consumes media and stays nice and passive and out of the way of the government. There will be new hacking stations, new hacking terminals, where the player now can redistribute certain deliveries, certain supplies to a point in the city where you can pick that up, and that helps him with the running of his hideout. Obviously the hideout is there because every vigilante or every superhero of sorts needs a hideout, like the Batcave, and this is the Shadow's hideout underneath the city in the sewer system. This is a preview, so parts of this are already exactly how I want them to be. Other parts still need a lot of work. I started this very early in the process of creating this game, just to define the style that I wanted, and as you can see, this is pretty much in the style of the rest of the game. Kind of retro, but also very comic book style oriented, and using more modern materials than you would have in games from the 90s and stuff, which this game is definitely influenced by. So what you have here is the background for the in-game menu. So in between the missions, the player will get the chance to plan new missions, decide the way ahead, and also build new tools for the player character that can be used in the missions based on supplies that he finds in the levels that he gets access to, but also based on data that he finds and research data that he finds, so that he can unlock new tools and new features for his drone. For instance, the drone will start somewhere here and then join you on a mission by going through the roof via a pipe, and the player will go and join the drone in the city via a ladder and a hatch that will lead from this part of the hideout into the city, and then you will start your mission. So this is a very interactive kind of in-game menu, and different parts will illustrate different menu types. For instance, this is the area, the workbench. Everything is makeshift because the player character needs to kind of make this work around and without getting detected by the government. So this is where he builds new tools, can upgrade the drone or upgrade his suit, this menu will illustrate how he works on that stuff based on the decisions that the player makes. Again, most of the graphics here, or half of the graphics at least, are not final, but you get the overall impression of what this would look like. For instance, the board here in the back, that is where the player will see the available blueprints for new tools and new drone parts, and those will be unlocked by you hacking into computer terminals in the games that are not necessarily giving you information on the background or unlock new story levels, but unlock or give you data points that can level you up to a new type of update for the drones or new distraction tools that you can use. This area is for saving and for loading levels or quitting the game, where he then goes to sleep, obviously. You can see a lot of buckets and everything here. That is to illustrate how damp it is. And this is the area for the background when you deal with your supplies, like see how many supplies you have and see what you still need and whether or not you should go into a storage level and take the risk of getting caught there, because you need new supplies to keep your character running. This area, welcome to the stand-in makeshift character out of his suit, not in shadow mode, so you will see him like that in a much better, with a much better mesh and stuff like that. Obviously this is just a stand-in. Where this is the area where you can plan the missions. So on the screen you will see a 3D model, an interactive 3D model of the city and of the different city sectors, and here you can decide to go there and run this a particular mission, a story mission, or a mission that will take you to the laboratory, industrial, or storage level type of missions, where you can try to stock up on supplies or data and stuff. This is the memorabilia section. Here, based on finding certain special items in the levels, you can build this up with stuff that the player connects to from the story, the player character, because he's still looking for his parents, and he's remembering how the time was before the government took over and basically had everybody staying inside. Like, he was a surfer, he was surfing with his father and spending time scuba diving, which is where the whole idea of him having a scuba suit came from. That helps him to deal with the high electricity parts of the levels and stuff like that. That gives him the chance to actually do something about this. And it's also about morale. This will boost his morale. This is, if you lose too much morale, the player gives up. And if you run out of supplies, you also don't stand a chance to keep continuing. So it's not only being caught in the levels, but you need to take care of the player and his mission and his overall approach to overcoming the government and freeing the people in the different sectors of the city. And that needs supplies and everything, so you need to take care of that as well. A lot of work will go into this. I will not focus on this in April necessarily. I just wanted you to understand how the different types of levels that I'm building right now connect in the game with what you're doing in this type of environment. And yeah, so there will be a lot more particle effects. You can actually see the water dripping because it's in the sewer and it's kind of damp and kind of a harsh environment that you will be able to change a little bit to make it more livable, which boosts the player's morale, the player character's morale, rather, sorry. And yeah, so I want this to be the connective tissue between the missions and also give you a better sense of immersiveness and connect you to the player and his story by seeing how he lives and what he's going through. Okay, so yeah, I hope you liked this. Give some comments, like, subscribe, and share, as I said earlier. If you have certain ideas or certain questions, also I'll leave them in the comments, and I hope I see you in the next video. Thanks for your time, thanks for watching, and have a good week. Bye.